4, 5, 7, 8, 9. What's my number? You know that one? That's an old school one right there.
Nope. I thought you were just saying the numbers in numerical order.
6, 3, 4, 5, 7. Aside from the 6, I can see. Okay.
Aren't they?
No,
Isn't that in order besides the 6?
yeah, that's what I just said. Heifer, yeah. You're right. It's not like I was calling out lottery numbers. Good Googling.
What song is that?
It's
Listen.
Already, why you gotta quiz me? Well, I already quizzed you. Just say you don't know the song, Beth.
I don't know it, but you said it was an oldie, so I assumed.
Yeah.
So, do you know who sang it?
Wilson Pickett.
Do you know the name of it? Do I know any other Wilson Pickett songs?
That Wilson Pickett?
Do you know any other Wilson Pickett songs?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
But first, so that one is an actual, like, that's the name of the song. If you were to look it up, you put in 6, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, it'll come up as a Wilson Pickett song.
Okay.
Are you looking it up?
No, I was counting to see if that was 7 numbers. 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9.
6, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, 6, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Let's start over. I know the name Wilson Pickett, and I know it feels like that should mean more to me, but it doesn't. I mean, I know that he was somebody.
Well, yeah, right. He was a singer.
I know that everybody is somebody.
I know that
I know that he's a singer. I mean, I've heard Wilson Pickett, but I'm not really much of an oldies type.
I understand. I don't hold that against you. He was the one. He sung "Hey Jude."
Hey Jude. Mm-hmm. That wasn't the Beatles.
I mean, it was, but he sung it first.
Oh, you know what? So so they did it as a remake?
I believe so.
It's funny that you said that, because I found out, just like I was today years old, that Aretha Franklin, a lot of the songs that she is famous for were covers.
I can see that.
So like Respect was not her song.
Oh, really?
That was a cover that she did. And so it was like nobody wanted her to cover their song, because then it basically became her song, because the person who originally sang it, she always did it better. Yeah, she did it better. So there were several songs that she sang. A lot of her material was covers, but we know them as Aretha Franklin songs. So like, Hey Jude, I don't think I knew that Wilson Pickett sang that. In my mind, that's the Beatles.
Right.
And unpopular opinion, I think the Beatles were just
Oh Lord. Isn't the Beatles, aren't they like America's group?
Well, they're from Great Britain. How are they America's group?
But like, because they were, like the stars over here.
Yeah. And that's like I said, that's a very
say it like that. Yeah. Yeah.
I know that is. I'm already starting the podcast off. Oof. Guns a-blazing. And I know that's not a very...
woke up and chose violence. I'm not understanding.
I know that's not a popular opinion. And I know, because I know there's a lot of... I know the Beatles and their reputation. But as a whole, I don't get the hype.
Okay.
But now,
so
we start over?
No, because you did. How are you always saying stuff first and then want to start over? How you gonna get it off your chest first and then be like, "Can
That's
I take
not
that
really
back?"
on my. I'm just saying. I know that.
But
I know. I. It.
mm,
Go ahead. One day we're gonna have a podcast where I do not stutter.
it's not even. I don't think of it as a stutter. It's a. It's like a vocal breakdown. It's like you're interjecting yourself before you go.
Trying to stop myself.
But my thing is, I was gonna say. So you said like you just thought they were, but have you really listened to their songs? The only reason I ask is I haven't. So like I couldn't be like, oh, they're just because I don't know much of it other than maybe like the popular ones that might
The
come on, and
mainstream ones.
yeah, if everyone
And
else
to be
starts singing them,
fair, I haven't. I would agree. I would probably. I think maybe as songwriters, they
yeah,
probably were great songwriters. Um, and maybe that was the appeal back,
okay,
back then. Maybe it was the fact that they didn't have a lot of groups at that time. They were, let's face it, they were a boy band, and
right,
they didn't maybe that was new. And so but as far as like voices and how they sound to me, their voices don't stand out to me. They weren't very expressive from what I remember. Like, I think about Elvis. Elvis had a sound. Elvis had a style. You know what I mean?
right,
He was very expressive. So even though Elvis isn't necessarily my cup of tea, I could definitely see what the appeal about Elvis would be. From what I can recollect, the little that I do know, they don't seem to be like they were very like expressive or anything in particular. So I just don't know. I wonder what the appeal was, and they must have been there had to be something, because they, look at how far their reputation has reached years later. So it has to be
right.
something there. But that's why I understand that it's just an unpopular opinion. Um, the same could be said about BTS. You know what I mean? I feel personally.
Uh,
And then I'm not comparing them to the
uh,
Beatles, but I'm saying the outreach. They've had a very big outreach. I mean, they have broken all kinds of records. But a lot of people don't know their catalog. You know what I
right.
mean? So they just dismiss them. So I could be doing the same thing. Um, so I get that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you. Well, listen, so I feel like now, help me. Is Elton John along the same years and stuff as
The Beatles?
yeah.
Ugh. I think of the Elton Johns as the Elton Johns. I think I think of Elton John as like the 70s and maybe
Okay.
early 80s, and I think of the Beatles as like 60s. Like I'm like way out of my wheelhouse at this point. I don't know. I could be talking literally out of the side of my neck. But in my mind, they are definitely like more 60s this, and maybe did a little reach into the 70s, because I think about John Lennon, and he
Okay.
was made me think of like that hippie era. You know what I
Right.
mean? I think I can see pictures of him in my mind, of him having long hair and the rose colored sunglasses. You know what I mean? So maybe
Yeah.
they dipped a little bit into the 70s, where to me Elton John was full 70s into the 80s, because I
Okay, I
grew up
got
in the
you.
80s, and there were some, so I remember some Elton John songs toward the maybe the end of his like popular era,
Right.
um were in the 80s. So I'm thinking Elton John is 70s, 80s. And hi audience, if anybody's listening to us, hi friends, I'm
I
sure
know.
we are probably like talking out the side of our neck, and people are probably screaming
The right
like the
answers.
real information, like the correct information out
Listen,
there. But
no, that's the wrong year. But hey guys, how y'all doing? Yeah, we
um
could be totally wrong. But I had mentioned Elton
why
John
Elton John?
because,
What made you think of Elton John?
well, like what made him. I mean, but I get Elton John because his music is catchy and like I mean, the man had hits after hits. Plus, he now I don't know if this is Hollywood news. I'm more prepared this time around. We're gonna get some information out there that's actually correct and right and everything. But
accurate information.
We're trying to be accurate up in here. But you know, he received an Emmy award, and so being that he received that Emmy, and it was only one, his first Emmy, that made him have that. I don't know if they actually say EGOT.
That's what they
status.
say.
Is it
that's
EGOT?
What they call it. Yep, that's what they call it.
So that's the Emmys, the Grammy, the and the Tonys, Oscars and the Tonys.
Yeah.
So he just received that, which I'm wondering, like, if he received like the other ones in the past, what took him so long, all the way to 2024, to finally, like, you know, get
the Emmy?
Yeah, but he got it for this special that he had put on, because the Emmys are for like TV shows and things like that. So I get that, but I'm just like, well, man, like,
did you actually watch the Emmys this time? Did you watch the Emmys?
That part isn't important, Beth. Like, my thing is, if I'm providing information and it's accurate information, why it's you accurate? Why it's accurate? Why you question me in front of our friends right now like that?
I was just asking a question because
I didn't watch it. All right.
Okay, I didn't watch the Emmys, and I typically I like award shows, so I might, even if I'm not sitting down eating popcorn watching it, I will have it on in the background or something so I can like pick it up. But this one I did not watch, and I'm sad because not sad, but I wish I would have watched it because there were a lot of things I heard about the show that was really good, you know. And so I wish I would have watched it, but I actually missed this one. Are you there, Dawn? It's me, Margaret.
Isn't that a movie?
That was a book.
No, but they made a movie.
They did make a movie out of it, yeah. Only it was Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret.
Well, so why are you going? Oh, question me. Oh, Lord. Well,
anyway, it was a movie based off of a book, but I didn't. Yeah, yes, Dawn. Yes, it was. You're right.
Leave me alone.
Yes, Dawn. It was a movie.
Anyway,
it won an Oscar.
See, along the lines of
it didn't win an Oscar.
Oh, it didn't.
No.
Are you giving it fault? Oh my gosh.
I just said that to you because we were talking about awards.
Wow. Let me see. Like I said, I had a lot of making up to do. The one chick that we were talking about, Lily, her name was last name was Gladstone. So that's
nice. Thank you. Circle back.
That's all I'm saying. If you have opportunities where you get to, you know, come back and make things right again, well, dag nabbit, so do I. So it was Lily Gladstone. Okay. She was known for, because you said, well, what movies did she play in? And my first response was, but she had played in, Lord have mercy.
I've never seen that.
You are feeling hilarious today, huh? Just I really don't know the other movies that she played in. But
you know the one that she won the Golden Globe for?
Yeah, hold on.
Didn't we? I thought. Listen,
hold on. No, hold on.
I'm not trying to set you up. But
yes, you are.
No, I didn't. I thought you just made the comment that, you know, when we have an opportunity to come back and correct maybe what we didn't get right the first time. Right. So I thought you were coming strong with the knowledge.
Well, listen, but I did, because first of all, I got her name right. And she won the Golden Globes for Killers of the Flower Moon.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah.
Good Man, job, it's not even the same no more. Whatever. Leave me alone. Can't stand you. Oh, so I have, okay. I just wanted to make sure I got Lily Gladstone made up for that. I knew my information about Elton John. I think I'm good. Okay, I'm
You're
back on
good.
track
I think
now.
you've
Yeah, I'm
checked off
good
all the
now.
boxes.
Yes. So, what you got?
Well, I forgot when we were talking about the Beatles. I'm gonna kind of go back a little bit to that.
Okay.
I was gonna ask you a question because we were talking about the popularity of
Right.
them, and I was saying how they are or they were a boy band. Do you think, this is my take um on it, that
Okay.
because they were a boy band and girls of a certain age tend to be fanatical about things.
Okay.
So if you have a girl who is a preteen, maybe up to late teens, early 20s, that is a special time in a girl's life when
Uh
certain
huh. I'm trying to follow you.
I'm trying
I'm like,
like when a girl could be, if she was, could be boy crazy.
okay.
You don't have to be boy crazy, but you definitely, that's when you start liking boys, and like they're so
Noticing little things.
they're
Right.
so dreamy and oh my gosh, and you know what I mean? That's the age
Right.
range, right?
Okay.
So my thought is that you've got the Beatles,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sure there were some other groups in between there, but forgive me, like I said, I'm not really a big oldie fan, so I don't know. Let's jump to New Kids on the Block. Let's jump to NSYNC. Let's jump to Backstreet Boys. Let's jump to One Direction. Let's jump to, there's
So a little
all,
bit newer age.
they're all, but do you see all of these boy bands have gone, like they are like, they blow up and they get this cult following, or they get this following. I don't want to say cult following, but they get this following. And does it really matter like how good the boy band is? Do you feel like that a boy band is more than likely always going to be successful because there are always going to be little girls, not little girls, there's always going to be young girls or young
That age
females or
bracket
young
that's
women in that
available.
age bracket that are going to take you to that are going to take those boy bands to that next level, because they're in that age of like, oh, they the fandom of it all. And
Uh,
there are some other bands in there that we forget about. Don't forget about, like, your 98
right.
Degrees and your um there's another band that was out when One Direction was out called, I can't remember. They were another British boy band. But I find that girls at that age are looking, they're searching. They love boys at that age, and they love it all.
Right.
So I feel like any band of boys that comes out, for the most part, if they're like, if you've got a couple of cute ones and they can sing and dance a little bit or whatever, there is going to, at that age group of girls, they're going to take that band to that next level. You got
Mm.
Five Sauce, you got, I mean, all of them. Think about it. But I think a lot of their fans are young girls between the age of maybe like 10 and 25.
Okay.
And so they kind of are what make that, the bands get so like big. So maybe at the time what it was about the Beatles, not that they weren't good, but because you
They
had
hit
those
that
same
bracket.
young girls in that age range, and this was new, kind of, you know what I mean? New on the
Yeah.
scene, that they couldn't help but blow up. Girls are fainting and dying and crying and all over and swooning all over them. But the girls now, fast forward to 2024, they still do the same thing, the same girls in that age bracket, because it's just where girls happen to be at that place. If a boy band comes out and there are some girls in that age range, it's like going to happen.
Right.
Do you see what
I
I
can,
mean?
yeah. But I mean, and I see what you're saying. Let me start. I see what you're saying, but I would think like there has to be
Because
a
girl
little.
bands don't blow up the same way boy bands do. I mean, there are girl
No.
bands, but you don't hear about the girl bands like a boy band. You
Yeah.
don't have cruises with your boy. You know what I mean? With these old, I mean, come on, let's be for real. NSYNC and Backstreet Boys and Boys to Men and New Edition and all these old, these old groups, they still have women now who are in their 40s and 50s following them around on tour, because when they were in their prime, these girls were in that pocket, that age pocket.
Right.
And it takes them back to that. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
they never lose that love for them. That's just what I'm thinking.
And so we go to the end of the road. I mean, you can't get you can't go wrong with the Boys to Men jam though. Well, so what I was going to say was, this is what I was saying. Like, I get what you're saying, but some amount of talent has to be involved.
No, for sure. For sure, the music companies or the record labels, they're not putting together just some random boys off the street. You got to have a little bit of swag to you, a little bit of something. But I feel like if you possess just a little bit of that and they put it together and you sound decent enough, you got some girl, like my daughters, they followed around pretty much to how many shows? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And these boys were good, but they got that following that followed them around everywhere. And I just feel like girl bands, or just like maybe they just don't do, or just maybe a single singer, maybe doesn't do quite as much, or something about that boy band that those girls just like flock to. I could be wrong. That's just
well, no, I was just going to say, when you say that, it's so crazy though too, because I feel like girl solo artists or girl groups, even how they're marketed is different. You know what I mean? While boy bands, yeah, it is about looks. I feel like solo artists or groups or bands are so overly sexualized. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when they were first breaking out, they got them in tube tops and short skirts and and compared to when boy bands come out now, yeah, they might have their shirt open a little bit, and there's always the buff one and the one with the nice hair, and you know what I mean? Like, they fit this format, but it's still not put out and the same as a girl group, which is crazy, because just like you said, girl groups really don't, even through all that, still don't get a huge following as much. You know what I mean?
Well,
even if they,
who's their appeal? Like, who are they marketing them to?
Yeah, because it would be creepy if it was dude. Like,
there you go.
Like, you know what I mean?
Then and another girl might like a girl group, but not the same way she's gonna like. They can take those boys. It doesn't take much for a 12-year-old girl to swoon over this dreamy, like 16 or 18 or 19-year-old boy. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they don't even have to really over sexualize the dudes, because a girl's just gonna fall and fawn over them, regardless of that age, and spend money on them and have their parents spending money on them. And so I feel like they target that age range because they know that's the money maker.
Yeah.
Whereas the boys, not as much. The boys at that age group, I mean, they like girls, don't get me wrong, but it's not the same.
Double standards.
For sure.
Double standards.
It's just not the same. So I don't know. That's what made me wonder, like, maybe the Beatles were great, but maybe it was just like the whole combination of everything. It was just the right recipe.
Were they the ones that sung "She Loved You"? Yeah. Is that a Beatles song? I think so. You know, people are screaming right now, and they're yes or no.
Listen, I consider myself a music connoisseur.
I know you have. I know you've tossed that title out before, Beth.
I don't know that I am, but that's what I consider myself. And I went on a cruise, and I played a game on a cruise ship. It was on the pool deck, and it was like they're going to play. It was kind of like name that tune. They had they needed, I don't know, 25 people or 30 people to play. So I'm like, I know music. I'm a hop in line. And what you do is they would play a quick snippet of a song. Mm-hmm. You had like 5 seconds to guess the name and the title. And if you couldn't guess it, you were out onto the next person. And the next person had to name it. And if they couldn't name it, they were out until the person got it right. And they would play the next song. And you stayed as the winner until you got out. Okay?
Okay.
I played that game, everybody got out. Bam, 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 got out. They got to me, Dawn. I stayed in the game the longest. The longest. I guessed every single song they play a snippet. I guessed the name and artist. Guess the name and artist. Guess the name and artist.
Oh, you had to do name and artist.
Name and artist.
Okay.
It was song after song after song after song. I made it all the way to the end. I was one of the last people playing. They played a song. Had no idea what it was. Guess who it was?
The Beatles.
Yes.
Shut up.
It was the Beatles and Yellow Submarine. Never heard the song in my life.
I've heard that title, but I don't know how the song goes.
The song title. Never heard the song, just because I'm just not a Beatles, like I'm just not a huge like fan. And the song could be great, and maybe I just haven't listened to it, but I'm just not I just don't know the Beatles. And that song got me out. And it's so funny because my friend Carly, she was right behind me. She was the next seat. So after me, since I couldn't guess it and I got out, they went to her. And we've had this conversation multiple times because she completely disagrees with me as far as the Beatles. And so she got that song right. But then guess what? She got out after that. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I was like, it would be the Beatles that took me out, because everybody else maybe guessed one or two song titles right. But then after that, they were out. I probably guessed like 10 songs in a row right. But the Beatles got me out. And I said, of course they would.
So maybe then let's rewind back to the start of this conversation. Maybe you got some ill feelings towards the Beatles, Beth. Maybe it's an underlying feeling, because for you to make the comment like, I don't know what, I feel like maybe you're just a little hurt. You're a little...
By the Beatles?
Yeah. Yeah, Beth. Let it all out. They got you out, so you're trying to take them out.
I didn't have an inkling towards them before that, though.
Like you said, Yellow Submarine, I've heard that. It was even in a movie or something. I can't remember. It was some movie. Yeah, like they said the title of it or whatever. To this day, I know the title. I know that that's a Beatles song. I couldn't tell you how it went, if it was a slow song, if it was a fast song.
To save my
Yellow
life,
Submarine, right? Yellow Submarine.
But there are certain Beatles songs that I like. Like I think I like "Hey Jude," but that's not a Beatles song. I think we just said, right?
Well, I don't know. They did it. They did do a, but then I know, like I said, the She Loves You. She loves you, yeah, yeah.
And then I know that song. They say it's your birthday. Da-na-na-na-na. It's my birthday too. What song is that?
Is that the Beatles?
I think so.
We got so many people. This is why this is why our friends like to listen to us, because we can get stuff.
I could have made that up. Or I know that song. I know that song. I think, what song is theirs? Oh, Let It Be. I know Let It Be.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know that song?
I don't think so.
I would sing it, but I'm afraid.
Yeah, go ahead.
Want me to sing it?
Yes.
Oh man. Sing it.
Is it a slow or fast song?
It's slower song, Dawn, but I don't really know how to sing.
Well, slow songs aren't even my...
I know, okay. Let it be, let it be. Let it be, let it be.
That's all they say? Let it be. Okay, yes.
Yeah, that's all I know. That, I believe that's a Beatles song.
Listen.
We're probably angering people.
So many people. But look, when you saying that, what comes to mind is, and I'm sure they played a few snippets of their songs, The Wonder Years. You remember that show?
Yeah.
Kevin and Wendy? Like, I feel like
What song is that?
Let It Be. Like, I feel like
they... Oh, was that Let It Be?
Huh?
The song was Let It Be on the Wonder Years?
No, what...
Is that what you just said?
No, well, what I was saying was, when you sang it, it brought back a memory, and I'm like, yes, I was like, I think I have heard that song, and then when I was thinking about like 70s music and stuff, it made me think of the Wonder Years, because like, from time to time on the show, they would play little, like if Kevin had a flashback, or just even the show, because I think that show was premised in the 70s, they would play little snippets of it. You know what I mean? Like, so
Come Together.
Is that the Beatles?
Right now.
Mm-mm. I mean, I know that song, but did the Beatles sing that?
Oh.
Shut
How
up,
about,
Beth.
well, shake it up, baby, now. Shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. Did they sing that?
Beth.
Huh?
Hold on. I'm trying to do some research because you didn't. What was the first song that you sung?
Shake it up, baby. Oh, no.
No. Oh my
Come
gosh.
Together.
Oh yeah, Come Together.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I could not. Oh, you know what Beatles song I do like?
What song?
Yesterday. I do like Yesterday.
Didn't Boyz II Men sing a song?
How does that go by Boyz II Men? I know.
Yesterday.
All
Is
my
the
troubles
fun of
were so
jealousy so
far. Oh,
far?
shoot. Yes. Maybe I like the Boyz II Men version. No, I think I like the Beatles song. Yes. I believe. Yes. Yeah. I like that song.
Yes. Believe in I like that. Yes, that's the word. Why
So
after every word? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I like that one. That's the one.
Yeah.
But listen, so you mentioned, okay. So the Beatles took you out on a game that you played on a cruise. Wrap it around to, I'm about to be cruising here in a couple of weeks. I'm excited again. My mama's first cruise, so all my
so when did you go?
February 12th through the 16th.
Oh, that's like soon. I can't believe we're like 3/4 of a way through January. It's like
It's crazy. 2024. It's doodle, baby.
Oh Lord, it's crazy.
So, like I said, I'm super excited again for her. I'm excited, but I know I already love cruising, so I'm excited to see her just reaction to everything, the size of the ship, the experiences. I was already getting her excited. I'm like, you gonna do karaoke? She's like, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna do some karaoke and the comedy shows and all that stuff. We talked about them.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, you're fine.
So what ship are you going on, and where are you guys cruising to?
So we're going on Freedom of the Seas.
Okay, nice.
A Royal
ship,
Caribbean cruise ship line.
Good ship.
And I think it's just going, because being that it's a shorter one.
That's
we
right.
have they're going to their island, the Coco Cay, and then I think just Nassau, and then we'll be back home. So, like I said, short and sweet, nothing too grand. Excuse me.
I'm so excited for you guys. I'm so excited for her. I love when somebody goes on their first cruise. It makes me so excited for them. I'm so happy and anxious, and I can't wait to, I'm just so excited for her.
Because it's like, you ever watch a movie with somebody that you already seen, so you watching their face to see if they reacted on the same parts.
Exactly how that's exactly how I'm feeling for her.
So that's how I feel. Like, I'm gonna be all in her grill. Like, did you see that? You see that? Look at it. You see that? And like I told her, I'm like, she's a little spoiled. I'm starting her off, like, when I took my first cruise, my first cruise was with you guys, but I think we were even in an interior, right? So I feel like I started from the bottom, then we made our way up. Like, I feel like I hit every tier, interior being like no windows. It's just the room. I think I've been in an ocean view before. And that's just the window. Then I got the taste of balcony rooms. And it's just a whole
There's
nother
no
experience.
going back.
There isn't. There really isn't. I had even went back when I got married. Our honeymoon was a cruise. So even for that, being that was just the honeymoon, and it was my husband's first cruise. Well, I mean, he had been on a small one, but that one don't count. Anyway, being that was his first cruise, we did an interior. So, like, I had stepped back for a little bit, but I was like, listen, after this, never again. And he's even hooked. So, like I told Mom, like, you're starting off kind of on higher ground a little bit. So I just want to let you know, once you have a balcony room, because it's just the space, it's so beautiful to open up your balcony patio door and hear the waves crashing at nighttime. I sleep with mine open during night.
It's so, I mean, there's just like that.
Oh,
There's just nothing like it.
that ocean air when you're
The
sleeping.
ocean air, the waves
Woo!
rocking you from side to side.
Yes.
It's just like so calming and peaceful. It is. There's
The
nothing
best sleep,
like it.
the
Nothing
best
like it.
sleep ever. The only thing I worry about sometimes is like, what if we woke up and there was like birds in our room? That's freaked me out before, but I get over it because again, that sound, that wind, the wind is totally different when it's coming off that ocean air. It's not too hot, it's not too cool. It's the three little bears. It's just right.
I don't think I've ever seen a bird.
I don't think so either. But it's worried me before, because I mean they're out there.
Huh.
It's not like they don't.
Do they?
Fly. I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Over
Or
the
even
ocean?
any other kind of sea creature. Who knows? Maybe the boat would get
What's-
taken over by pirates and
The pirates are out there. That's for real though. I've been on a cruise when there have been pirates out. That's
You have?
so that is so weird. Like, to me, pirates aren't real.
Right.
I mean,
they're
that's
storybook
like
characters.
they're in the book.
Right.
It's
I'm
so
captain
so
now.
yeah, no, I have been on a cruise before where there are pirates and they do have eye patches.
Why of everything is that like your like shock moment? And they
I
do
don't
have
know.
eye patches.
I don't know, but
Like, why was that moment? You might as well have said, and they do have peg legs.
they do have peg legs. They probably
have a
do.
peg leg. It's crazy.
And they say, "I am the captain now."
I'm the captain now. Well, I showed you that one video of like, but it wasn't a cruise ship, but it was some sort of maybe
I thought it
trade
was a cruise ship. Oh no, maybe it wasn't.
No,
Yeah.
I think it was like a trade ship, or like, one of those, whatever those big ships are that go.
What you call it? A trade ship?
Yeah. Merchant ship. I don't know. We're talking about. Whatever, Beth. You get what I know. You knew what I meant when I said it.
Did you make that term up?
A trade ship?
Is that a real thing?
Like goods and like. Shut up, Beth. I'm not gonna explain myself to you. You knew what I meant. Should act brand new. We might have.
What is that? I
don't make them think
that's a real. Is that a real thing?
A trade ship. Yes.
I'm gonna Google it.
You Google it. I can't stand you. You just trying to have your moment, ain't you?
It just tickled me. It hit me the wrong way. Okay, I'm looking it up. I've never heard of such a thing.
Whatever. Don't try to make fun of me.
I'm not.
How you gonna just try to?
If I'm wrong, then that's egg on my face. I've never heard that before. That sounds funny to me.
A trade ship, like there's like trade ports and all this other stuff. Like don't.
There is a trade ship. I've never heard of trade ship in my life.
Like I said, you're just gonna try to make it. Oh, I can't. Oh, goodness gracious. Let me see. So anyway, they were
so funny to me.
I can't stand you. I can't, because now I'm trying to listen. I'm trying to Google it as we speak. I know it's called a trade ship. Hold on, what's a trade ship? Medieval times. Okay, that's not what a merchant ship. I knew I was right. Yes. Thank you. Got me feeling like I don't know what I'm talking about. A commercial vessel, a merchant ship, a trade ship. They have cargo ships. Whatever.
That's what I'm thinking. I just heard of it as a cargo ship. I'd never heard of trade ship, and shame on me.
Well, and exactly. Anyway, so I showed you that video.
That tickled me.
And they were prepping it. Remember, like they were wrapping it with barbed wire, and like it was like a thing. And they had the little mannequin dummies like posted to make it look like somebody's
and stuff.
Make it look like somebody's watching over the ship. No, that's
scary though. That's a little bit scary.
Yeah, like you said,
that's
it's
not
real.
Happen on y'all's ship.
No, not for. Listen, they better get one that's been on the water a longer time. I'm still a little upset about that. I want a cruise. cruise the high seas. But so like I said, starting off with a balcony. Freedom of the Seas, I feel like, is a nice size ship, especially
It's a nice
for
one.
like
Yep.
a first time kind of thing. Now, what I'm trying, being that we got a little bit more notches on our belt, you know what already caught my eye?
What's that?
Icon of the Seas, which is Royal Caribbean's
Dawn.
newest ship.
Dawn.
That's that's a bad mamma jamma right there.
Cannot afford to go on that ship.
Oh no, not at all. Not in like the next 10 years.
However, I think that I am going to see those fortunate individuals off, because I am thinking about driving down for when they set sail, just to watch the ship leave the port. It is humongous. Have you seen it?
Yes. I keep seeing pictures of it compared sitting next to the
It is humongous.
Yes.
I think it leaves like, I don't know if it's the end of this month or the beginning of February. I need to check and see, because I swear I'm just driving down to Miami and I'm just going to be like,
I just wanted to say hi.
Yep. See y'all
traffic,
never.
Listen, traffic and all. You go.
Yep, for real. I hate Miami traffic. See y'all never. But I gotta watch you leave. What does it say?
Hate to see you go, but love to watch you leave.
There you go. Hate to see you go, but love to watch you leave. That's how I feel.
Listen, I had pulled up so I seen, like I said, seen pictures. They even had it like where it's been docked next to some of Royal Caribbean's other quote unquote, I use that term lightly, smaller ships. Like you said, the thing got some junk in its trunk. It's swollen in the back. Like the ship is massive. I was reading up on it. It has like 7 pools. It has this one it has a water park on there that has some of the like largest water slides at sea. They actually have a like a, what's it called, like a free swinging pool.
I don't know what that is.
Like a I'm trying to find it. It was, let me see. They have it's called the Hideaway Pool. It says it's the only suspended infinity pool at sea. Could you imagine?
Oh my
Could you
gosh.
imagine?
I've got to go look a picture of that up.
A suspended infinity pool. Like, what in the world?
Yikes. I don't know. My claustrophobia might mess with me.
Oh, it's an infinity pool. It's out in the open, Heather.
I know.
You aren't enclosed. That's
my claustrophobia plays with me in weird ways.
You're such a dodo. Such a dodo. But let me see. So of course, and they got for those, like, if you know, are familiar with Royal Caribbean's lines and like their restaurants that you could find on like most of the ships and things like that. So they still have those, but then on the Icon they included more restaurant. Like this, it's from the rooter to the tutor. This thing is just massive, and
did they
so
have
much to do.
The 360 thing on there?
No, it wasn't that on the Oasis.
I don't know.
The little
I don't
room
remember
that you could step in, and
I've been on the Oasis, and I don't remember that.
Oh, what's the one? Was there one after that?
There was one after that. It's the one that I haven't been on. Can't remember which one it was, but it kind of looked like you were like, it hung out over the side of the ship.
Yes.
And it was all like clear and see through, and it looked like you were standing just above the water. That would freak me out, though.
Now see, and I could see your claustrophobia. Yeah.
Listen, my claustrophobia would not let me participate. It is restricted me for so many. It wouldn't let me participate in iFly.
What's that?
So me and my husband went to it's called iFly, and it's like indoor skydiving. It simulates you skydiving.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Claustrophobia said no.
How, Beth? Listen, now hold on now. What you mean? Now I get that you're in the little capsule, but it's not. Beth, please explain. Like, what freaked you out about it?
Okay, see, that's what I'm saying. Claustrophobia. She rears her head in weird places. She shows up unbeknownst to me.
Oh my gosh.
Places that she's not been invited.
Okay.
And we went and we did that. And I was like, I'm so all for the adventure of everything until I get there and she shows up. And it's like, who invited you?
Look,
listen.
tap.
It's like,
we're not going to do
listen,
that.
listen, go home. So you go inside and you have to step into, it's like a big round, like you said, like a capsule, big round thing.
Yeah,
And
cylinder shape, right?
yes.
Okay.
Okay, now see, maybe I shouldn't talk about it.
Why?
Because it's getting me a little bit freaked out now.
Just from talking about it.
Okay,
Beth.
so listen. Okay, listen.
Okay.
So I know my fear when it comes to claustrophobia is that I can't get out.
Okay.
Even though there are doors and things that should be able to open, my fear is that they won't be able to open and that they're not functional once I get in them and that I'm stuck inside. Even though there might be like air and you can breathe and you're not going to like be depleted of oxygen, it's the thought of not being able to get out when I want to get out.
Okay.
Okay. So you go in that thing and they have to close the door.
Oh, Lord.
And I'm like, okay, I was okay with that kind of. I was okay.
Wait, huh? What you're sharing right now, you're taking us through this, like you went there and tried to do it?
Yeah. Okay. Girl, I got video.
Please continue, and we need to get a YouTube page up because I need actual factuals. But okay, they closed the door. I didn't realize this was a first-hand experience. Oh my god.
I'm getting hot. Hold on. I gotta like I need a fan. I'm like getting warm.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so they have to blow that air in your face and
to
everywhere
make you float.
Make you float. And what it is that they started blowing the air in my face. And I feel like I'm not going to be able to breathe.
From the air being blown in your face?
Yes.
Okay. The air was blowing on me, so I felt like I couldn't breathe.
It's not blowing on you, Dawn. It is forceful. It is like it's forcing air in your face.
Beth.
Okay, have you ever been on a boat ride?
Yeah.
And the wind blows, and sometimes you're like, you know, like you said,
I know.
And you gasp for air.
Yes.
Or
okay.
You roll down the window and that. Okay, so it's like that times 10. And so they're blowing it in your face, underneath you, over top, and you have to lay your body. So you have to lay flat down. You have to do like a Superman pose, arms out. Try to be fat. You don't want to like bend your body, legs straight, everything. So you're trying to remember all this stuff. The whole while they're blowing air in your face and you're in a bubble with a door that's closed that might not be able to open.
Of all that stuff that's going on. Of all that stuff that's going on, your mind goes to, what if the door don't open?
It doesn't. What my mind goes to is that what if this air blowing in my face like chokes me?
And then I can't open the door to get out.
And then I can't breathe.
Beth, didn't you see other people doing it? Didn't they show you videos before you?
It took us through all of it, and I'm like, I can do it. And then me and this other little 5-year-old boy, we couldn't do it.
You would never include him. And his age. You should have said me and this other little boy couldn't do it. The fact that he's 5 years old, we expect that, Beth.
But the same thing that scared him is scaring me.
No,
why
he
is
was
that
probably
not
thinking because he was probably thinking, oh my gosh, this wind is going to take my little body and throw me across. Like, I just don't get it. He probably didn't have the balance to keep his arms and legs out. We get that, Beth. But the fact that you made a little friend and was like, yeah, you were scared too. You couldn't do it either. I got you. Yeah, man, I was scared too.
I tried like 2 or 3 times. I went in there. They would start, and I was. What happens with
You
me?
made them do it multiple times, Beth.
I was going to try. I was going. That's what I'm saying. The thought of it, the idea. It was my idea to do it. My husband didn't even want to go. He was kind of frustrated because he didn't want to pay the money. Because it's not
Here
cheap.
you done showed out your tail.
It's not cheap, and he was like, "Come on now." I'm like, "No, come on, let's do like memories and experiences, and let's do it and fun, and let's go." Memories. And he gets in there, and he loved it. I mean, they take you low. They take you low, and then you can go all the way, like with the instructor. They'll take you all the way high up to the top, which you can't go by yourself. The instructor has to do it with you, and they do all kind of flips and tricks and all kinds of stuff. And my husband loved it so much. He's like, I want to he wants to be an instructor when he leaves. You know, that's how excited it was. The dude who didn't even want to go to begin with.
So I mean, memories were made. It's just y'all created your own separately, even though y'all went together.
And my memories aren't bad from it. Like, I'm not mad about it. I
mean, they're not bad, but Beth, you didn't do nothing, baby.
Well, maybe if she wouldn't have gotten the bubble with me, we would have been fine. Oh. Claustrophobia.
I'm up here thinking you're talking about the instructor. This episode said claustrophobia. I can't stand you. Oh, I got a headache. Oh, I gotta breathe when I laugh. You are so dumb.
Oh my goodness.
No, this happened. Well, if she didn't get in the I was like, oh, you already said the little boy couldn't do it. Who got in there with you? This heifer said claustrophobia. Okay. I'm done with you.
Oh man.
And the fact that you tried multiple times.
Try it. Because I was going to do it. Like, I'm like, I can do this. I got all the gear. First of all, my first fear that I conquered was I had to put on a helmet. I don't like helmets. It's because this is not just a helmet that goes in your head. It like covers your whole everything.
But it's a helmet. Okay.
But it covers like my face and everything, Dawn. I don't like.
Was it the goggles?
No, it was the goggles. It was the helmet out? And the goggles and everything. It makes me feel enclosed.
Yeah, you take a deep breath because I can't with you. Oh my gosh, no, she did not.
It all makes me feel enclosed. So I'm like freaking out low key, just because I have everything on. And I'm like, okay, Beth, calm down. You can do this. Taking deep breaths and trying, okay, I got it. I'm looking at everybody. I'm looking at the 5-year-old boy. He's not like going crazy because of his helmet and stuff. So I'm trying to like. So I'm like, okay, I got it. I'm good. We did all this. You got a jumpsuit on. I'm like, I can do this. And so I'm like, I'm going to do it. And I get in there and I even was able to I don't know if levitate's the right word, but I was kind of able to float for a little bit.
Okay.
And then I get in my head and all the air in my face and I start thinking too much about it. And then you can see me I start to float and go up a little bit. And then once the more and more I think about it, my body starts to my form that I'm supposed to be holding. I start to lose form because I'm too in my head about it. And you can just see my body start to drop and sink because I'm not holding form right, because I'm not doing it right, because I'm thinking too much about it and all that good stuff.
Oh my word. Well,
I don't know how we got here.
I don't either, but I'm glad we did.
Session.
And I don't know. Beth, it's just you. Chandra.
What?
Chandra. What's the word you use?
Chadoncha.
That
means car.
Oh goodness. I don't know I don't know how to. Oh, okay.
We all have our phobias.
Yeah, but like I said, yours is just, and there's a lot of people with claustrophobia. I just don't know what makes yours so special. And then it just makes you spatial. And it just, Oh,
I
well,
told myself that I was going to slowly start to like work on it
uh-huh.
because I feel like it's getting worse as I get older. I think I might have said that before.
Yeah,
I don't know how this whole segment turned into about me. This is not what we were. We were talking about the cruising. This is supposed to be
right.
about your cruise, you and your mom, and I don't know how this turned into this. But
Because that's just how our conversations go. We jump subject 15,000 times. But all in all, okay, so
are y'all going to I want okay, so here's the if they have it on your ship, can you do it?
do
Will
what?
you try it?
They're not going
If
to
they
have
have
that on the free. They would have that on the, I can see that being on the icon, being as big as it is. I was just looking at it. It says that the icon, the capacity, I don't know why I always have to cough. Hold on. Excuse me. It says that the icon holds 7,600 guests.
That's crazy, man.
That's just the guests. Now the crew members, it's staffed with 2,350 crew members.
In addition to the 7,000 passengers.
Yes. I think
That's a
so. Let
small
me see.
town. That's a small town. That's the population of a
Right.
small town. That's crazy.
Listen, because it said, listen here, listen to this fact. It says that the icon, the passenger capacity for the Icon of the Seas is 7,600 guests. The average capacity for the other 27 active ships in Royal Caribbean's fleet is 3,780.
Crazy.
That's,
Oh man, you make me want to go on
ooh,
a cruise.
listen, this makes me want to go on the Icon. And some people, they might feel like, oh my gosh, that's just too big. That's too, I want to go just to marvel at the size of this gargantuan beast. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's something to see. Um, it
I'm
says that
telling you, that's what's going to make me drive down there. Just to see it leave.
right, right. Oh my gosh. Whew. It's so. And then looking at the length of it, so Icon is the longest fleet. The smallest ship in the fleet is like 915 feet. The Icon is 1,196 feet. Like, it's a small floating island. That's what they've made.
For sure.
Let me see.
That means nothing to me. Feet. That like that number you just said though. I'm horrible with dimensions.
I don't know how to break that down. You already know me and math. Let me see. So it has 20 decks. I don't know how.
That's pretty tall. I think that I don't know. I want to say like some of the ones that we've been on, like the maybe 14 floors,
Okay,
15 it maybe. So it has several extra floors in that.
right. This one has 14 restaurants, 6 bars, 19 activities, and it says 3 other features. Like, this thing is, oh man, impressive. And like, now being that it's the new ship, it's gonna be a pretty penny at the start. Like, you won't see prices for that go down for a little bit because they got to pay for all
It's gonna
the
take a minute. Yep.
nuts, bolts, and screws that went into building that sucker. But I'll be there when the price is just right. I'll tell you that much. By golly.
Man, that's
Love
crazy.
it. Love it. I was trying to see real
What?
quick if there's, like, if you try to book it, what the price would be. Uh, I bet I'm easily in the thousands, but like,
I think I look. I want to say it was around 5,000.
for
Now you sound like me.
right, 5,000 for what?
For your cruise, for your room, for your stateroom.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Oh
a minute.
yeah. What is this, 2024? I'm gonna have to wait till like 2044 to get on.
Yeah, it's not cheap. It's not cheap for sure.
Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. So that's future. Let me see. We're marking our 7th year anniversary this year, so that'll be a good 15-year anniversary anniversary gift.
Right.
You know what I mean? How many years have you been married?
Oh my. 23.
Oh, go ahead, Beth.
Mm-hmm.
23. Go. Yeah, you listen. Hey, 25.
25.
25th anniversary.
That
That's too
will be
close.
here. What is this year? Is this 2024? What year are
Yeah.
we in?
Yeah. Oh, wow. 2024, Beth.
I think I'll be married 24 years this year.
Oh, so yeah, you got to do the icon next year then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. We're
I
gonna
mean,
be on the ICO of the seas.
Spirit Airlines cruise line.
ICO of the seas.
ICO.
Oh my.
Listen,
But have you looked to see what fun things are on your ship? Like, can you guys do the like the zip lining on your ship? Does Freedom have the zip lining? I don't know if they have the zip line.
I
Like,
don't believe so because
they've
Freedom.
got. I mean, they've got maybe the what do you call the little surfing thing? I can't think of it now. The flow rider.
Yes,
Flow rider.
it does have that.
That would be hilarious.
Oh, let me. Oh, what you mean for me to do it?
That was a faux pas because
Listen.
in my mind, that should have been like that would have been fun, but I'm thinking, I'm thinking of you doing it,
right?
Falling.
That's why I was like, oh, wait, that would be something for who to do? Because no, thank you. But yeah, so I looked it up real quick. So yeah, they have the flow rider. I don't know why, and I was trying to look it up. It keeps turning my websites into Spanish, and yes,
Into what?
Spanish. Like,
oh, in Spanish.
Yeah, at first it was fine, and then I don't know what I hit. Okay, so they have the ice skating rink, so they'll have the ice show.
Nice.
Clash
That'll
of the
be great. Yep.
Crystal Ice, which looks awesome. Don't know why it keeps going back to Spanish for a second. Flow Rider, of course, especially restaurants. And like I said, for now again, it's me and my mom. I have done just me and my husband. I have my little one hasn't been on a cruise yet, but for people who may feel like, oh well, I got a family. The cruises are for families too. This one it was talking about all the different little activities for the young cruisers, and they have where you can like ship the cruise daycare where you can drop your little one off and stuff.
And I don't know about other cruise lines. I can only speak to Royal because that's where my family and I have cruised the most, and that's what I brought my children on always was Royal. They never disappointed when it came to my kids. I mean, I sometimes I would take my kids to the like the camp or the daycare, whatever you want to call it, for the day, because they had so many activities planned for them, more than I could do for them, that they would have more. They wanted to go back to the daycare every day. And then some days I would take them off the ship and we'd go certain places and they would go with us, but it was like they always had things to do constantly, and they had so many what's the thing, like just so many things in place set up that the kids were always doing something. And then if they wanted to leave, they could leave. You could set up a time to come pick them up. They had ways that they could contact you, and you could contact them if you need to. It was just, it's such a good program. The whole kids, I can't remember what it's called.
Daycare. I forget what. Let me see if it says it on here. Let's see. For your seas, dedicate space for all activity. It doesn't call, but it is a certain name. I know what you're talking about. But
I can't think of it right now. But it's so nice, and I'm assuming that all the other cruise lines have something that caters to the kids, and it just makes it really nice because it's a good family vacation. You can take kids; they can play all day. You can go pick them up. You can go out. You can go eat dinner. They can. I mean, it should be just as much a vacation for them, of course, as it is for you. And they have a lot of kid-friendly activities for them to do. It was great. It was great. My kids always loved it.
So, friends, if you're thinking about cruising, look into it. If you have a family, that's all right. Look into it. Call up Royal Caribbean. Tell them Dawn and Beth sent you. And
Right?
you won't get any percentage off because we don't have sponsors like that just yet. But who knows? Maybe we can make something of it. Because,
I'm telling you, Royal Caribbean should have paid me after that first cruise that I went on for me not wanting to get on that cruise ship. They should have paid me by the time I got off, because when I got off that cruise ship, I could not keep my mouth shut about how much of a good time I had and how much fun it was. And I would tell anybody who listened to me once I got off that ship, I'm like, they should be paying me because I am telling everybody this. But this was, pre YouTube, pre TikTok, pre Instagram.
Yeah.
So,
That's
but
true.
I mean, I was
That's
telling
true.
everybody. So I feel like,
just know that Beth did it first, y'all. Beth did it first.
Well,
but before we go, listen, our time that went so quick. I don't even.
I know I would talk about so much more, but we didn't even get a chance to.
I know, right? But what I'm going to do, and if you've listened all the way to the end, thank you for being here with us, laughing, and
please do if you can. We appreciate it.
Yes, I'm going to post it because Beth, I know you've seen the picture, but it was hilarious, and we didn't really get a chance to talk about it. But it does need to be seen, so I'm going to post it on our Instagram page of the quote unquote senior Taylor Swift.
If you haven't followed us on Instagram, please do. It is I ain't saying with a G, but I'm saying with a G. Please find our page, follow, like our post. You can't subscribe really to Instagram page, I don't think. But
I think you actually can.
You can subscribe?
Or not subscribe. Yeah, honestly.
Well, follow and like, comment, please. We appreciate all the comments and all the interaction. And if you have questions or, want us to talk about certain things, just let us know. But we want to say, thank you to everybody who has already supported the page so far.
As always, yes. And whatever platform you're listening on right now, go ahead and subscribe on there, because you can subscribe on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, all those good places. We're going to probably expand a little bit further, but do it. Hang out with us. Laugh with us.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I cut you off. The senior Taylor Swift.
No, I was going to post the picture. Remember the picture I showed you?
Yes.
Taylor Swift as a senior.
It's crazy. And don't and post it, Dawn, and ask them who they think it is, if they don't already know.
Oh,
what famous person's mom do they think that is?
Okay. Oh, that's I'll post
and let's
it
see
like
if
that.
We get some interaction and we get some, and we'll talk about it on the next podcast.
All right, sounds like a plan. Hey, it's been another one that we got under the belt. I ain't saying,
but I'm saying.
We out.
Talk to you guys later.
Peace.